Yo, what's going on, gang? Listen, we got patch notes today, March 31st, and this is going to be for Warzone Season 3, so they released the patch notes a couple days early. We're going to go through everything they kind of talk about in this. I don't expect to see too many huge changes that we've already discussed. I figured we'd go through it together, though, as a unit. We're getting a more direct image right here of the roadmap, one that we haven't quite seen. At the top, you can see we got the AMAX, we got the Ladra SMG, that's like a new SMG coming out. We got the nail gun, we got Cali sticks, HDR, and the Kilo. I mean, it's like the greatest gun ever made in COD. The monolithic suppressor is coming back. SWAT 556 Grau conversion is coming. I wish I would have just made it its own gun. I don't know why we did the conversion kit. Maybe they couldn't port another gun, and I get, you know, the logistics, but realistically we could have dropped the HDR and keep it a buck with you. The C9 10mm auto 30 round mags are coming, and then the 7.62 mini rocket conversion. Don't know what that's all about either. We got Hudson Mace and the Roskin. We talked about Hudson a little bit with that like weird cryptic like trailer they played, potentially about them adding Hudson back, and I do think that it was like kind of a sellout way to get him back in. Like, Hudson's dead. Like, that man's gone. None of these other characters are technically like dead and or gone. This man died. Hudson died. 100% he's gone. So don't know how to feel about that. What did it say about Ricochet anti-cheat? This season, the focus remains on our commitment to taking down cheaters, let's see, cheat makers, banning bad actors, and ensuring a great player experience. On our roadmap for anti-cheat extends beyond this season, but in the latest progress report, we'll focus on recent results and security-focused updates coming in Season 3. We went over the anti-cheat update right here. If you haven't seen that video yet, hit the channel, pop down. We talk all about the new anti-cheat. Console crossplay in Season 3, we're giving console players more granular options by separating the multiplayer ranked and Warzone ranked play settings and adding a new multiplayer only for quick play featured in party game matches. Each of these three, multiplayer, ranked play, and Warzone ranked, will include the following options. On enables matchmaking with all platforms when playing in the selected playlist. Console only enables matchmaking with other consoles when playing. Off restricts matchmaking to your current gaming platform only in selected playlist. So if you have on, you're playing Xbox, PlayStation. If you're playing off, you're playing just Xbox or just PlayStation. And then this on, like the main on, is everything. So you have on consoles only, and then you have specific to brand. They kind of talk about here, if you want to pause this, we've gone over this on the channel as well. This is what each setting actually does, and one player has to enable and another, it will affect the party, so make sure you go through that list. We're finally getting a UI overhaul for preloading shaders for PC players. If you play on PC, you know exactly what's going on with this. It's mad annoying when you have to load shaders and it takes forever and you want to start the match. You don't know if you can start the match. Now you can. It's going to tell you if once you get X amount, percentage, this for, Warzone, or what's getting actual, like, a new shader overhaul. So it's kind of cool that you're going to see exactly what you're getting. The Welcome to Verdansk event will start relatively fast. It's April 3rd to the 15th. We've kind of been over the map. I want to see if they're going to drop anything new in this blog post. Battle Royale casual, we've talked about casual. We've talked about standard mode. Player count in quads is 152, which is gassed up. We love that. Warzone Bootcamp is going to stay. Resurgence is coming as well. I know they talked about a movement change, and I was really curious to see if they were going to do this. Here's our first look at circle pacing. First circle close at 4:30. Delay 3 minutes 40 seconds, and then after that the delay's super quick. Delay is going to be a minute 30, then a minute 15, a minute 40, 30, 10, 10, and 10. The match really shouldn't last long at all. Let's see, we've had some good memories playing of games ending in the woods above Quarry or in the deep forest or in east or west of Verdansk. And this change to circle logic brings back those possible end games. Be warned, this does mean that circle can move very quickly. If you're caught deep outside when the gas starts to move, respect the circle and you'll stay alive. I like that. A faster ring, it speeds the pace of the game up. That's what we like. That's what we need. Ascenders on Verdansk to bring back classic feel of Verdansk. External ascenders have been disabled at launch but are scheduled to return in the mid-season. I'm for that. I think that's awesome. But I also wasn't mad at ascenders either. I don't know why that's something they would kind of feed out, but hey, I'm not complaining. We're getting Verdansk back. This is going to be, let's see, Gulag loadout. So I guess after first circle, this is what you're going to kind of end with. Second, third, fourth. Okay, that's kind of neat. Let's see. Excuse me, gang. Holy. Flying loot or floating loot is coming back. Let's see. Adjustments. Ground loot refresh. Common to epic weapons now sport a selection of random attachments that align with the weapon's natural strengths. Legendary weapons come with a variety of fixed builds tailored to specific roles and are randomly selected match over match. This change aims to maintain the excitement of random loot while preserving the reliability of weapon performance. Looting in recent years has become a little too static, a blue rare tier weapon often providing the most valuable attachments and devaluing an epic or legendary find. This change aims to bring some of the different outcomes in more commonly found weapons and makes more legendary weapons sought after, highly sought after, which is cool. I think you want to be like, oh dude, I got a gold off rip, and it actually means something rather than not. Let's see, this is death tax. We're not too worried about death tax. Loot angle, let's see, interactions now require more precise aiming to reduce accidental item pickups, resolving most unintended looting situations such as inadvertently picking up items during reloads. Rarity outlines now gradually fade into view only when players are within a logical proximity rather than remaining visible at all distances. That's really cool. Here is the buy station. It's the classic buy station look. I'm curious to know how much a loadout's going to be. They haven't talked about like loadout prices yet. They might right here, but I'm not seeing any dollar signs. It says our aim is to recapture the classic battle royale feel, reminiscent of playing Verdansk 5 years ago. Adjustments to the buy station reflect this vision, featuring a reduced selection of purchasable items and updated prices aligned with the game's new economic balance. So I guess with that statement right there, like the prices aligned with the game's new economic balance, maybe the loadouts aren't going to be cheaper, but maybe we'll just have more economy rolling around, with the UAV being 6k and loadouts probably being 15 if I had to guess as a quad. Buy stations will spawn in the exact same 30 static locations across every match. It's huge. Okay, here we go. We've updated the price on various items and buy station follows. Loadout markers, solo 6k, duo trio quads, 10 bands. 10 bands. Redeploy squad, 4 bands. This is huge. People don't realize like how big that is, being able to buy the loadout at 10 bands. It's phenomenal. 15, it was 20 at one point. Don't forget it was 20,000 at one point. And then it was 15 and now we're back to 10. It was 10 to 20 to 15, back to 10. That's a huge win. That is a massive, massive win. $10,000 loadout. I think that's going to make a huge difference. Here we go. Movement. The introduction of Black Ops 6 Omni movement system revolutionized gameplay and has been the foundation of player movement in Call of Duty Warzone. While the system launched in multiplayer-inspired values, we have recognized the need for adjustments to better align movement dynamics with the unique demands of Call of Duty Warzone's limited life modes. Season 3 focuses on fine-tuning the Black Ops 6 player movement by ensuring a balance between fluidity and responsiveness. The adjustments to the movement mechanics are as follows. Let's see. Crouch movement speed reduced by 10%. Crouch to stand speed increased by 15%. Crouch to stand speed while ADS increased by 39%. That's big. Let's see, prone movement speed reduced by 5, not a problem. Sprint movement speed reduced by 4.9, that's not a huge change. Directional sprint animation blend speeds increased for improved fluidity, that's actually huge. Let's see, these values bring Warzone's movement speeds closer to the sprint of the original experience while still preserving the fluidity of Black Ops 6 Omni movement. That's so sick. If this isn't great at first, we can always like give our feedback and they'll fix it. Jump cooldown, reduce cooldown by 40% for improved responsiveness during repeated jumps. I'm not gonna say bunny hopping's back, but it's gonna be close. 40%, it's going to be extremely close. You'll probably be able to get like one hop, the actual like initial bunny hop, but not the third. I think you'll be able to get one bunny hop out of it though. Omni sprint side and back speed scaling reduced by 8%. That's awesome. Slide friction increased by 4%. That's almost non-noticeable. I mean, you're still going to be snapping cameras. Super exciting. Supply run, recon contract, contract multiplier, and tablet models are all reverted to original. So we have all the OG contracts coming back. Except for big game bounties, signal intelligence, and spy drones, those are disabled. Bounty, most wanted, recon, scavenger, supply run, all of those are coming. Public events. So we're gonna have fire sale, jailbreak, loadout drop, and restock. We're not gonna have cash drop, flyby, contractor, road signal, runaway train, or recon flyover. That's huge. That's a dub. Get rid of all of these on the right. All these disabled, trash, gone, out of here. We don't need that. Let's see, thermite grenades are coming back. We did know that. Available via map loot, C4 frag, Molotov Simtex, spring mine, thermite throwing knife. Ooh. Okay, tacticals. I thought that because you remember it was available disabled. I thought this was disabled. Concussions, decoys, gas, flashbang, smoke, snapshot, and stemmies. Only available customizable, like with your loadout. Blast traps, axes, let's see, drill charge, impact grenade, thermo grenades, spy camera, shock charge, procs, and neuro mines. Let's see, satchels, armor satchels, and munition satchels available via bandolier wildcard. Default maximum plate capacity reduced from 6 to 5 to the classic match experience. Super sick. Now increases, let's see, armor satchel capacity. Now increases plate capacity to add additional 3 plates, totaling 8 armor plates when equipped. Huge. Armor drops. Eliminating players will constantly drop at least 1 armor plate in Battle Royale and Resurgence. This does not apply to bots in boot camp and in casual Battle Royale mode. Super gas. Gulag armor removed in unranked. In unranked Battle Royale modes, the Gulag now features health-only combat, placing greater emphasis on precision and tactical movement, reminiscent of the classic Gulag experience. Get me back in the Goosh. We'll have the Goosh hat on for drop day. Don't worry about that. Armor plate color improvements. The armor plate color has received an improvement where the color hue will be darker if the player doesn't have full plates. The color will remain the familiar bright color hue when players are full. This will better indicate to players when they have almost full plates. That's exciting. That's super exciting. Oh, I like when they did this, the squad widget, where you could see how many plates your squad has, if they have a gas mask, UAV, do they have a plate box or a munitions box. That's actually super sick. I'm glad that they're keeping that. That's a super big QOL for Verdansk. Let's see, disabled field upgrades, no more deployable buys, port dar, let's see, portable redeploy drones, redeploy drone beacon, reinforcement flare scrambler, war cry, and no decontamination systems. We still will have utility box, trophy system, recon, munitions, heartbeat sensor, deployable cover, and armor boxes. Kill streaks, we get advanced UAV, which it's how it should be. Pop 3 UAVs, you get an advanced. Cluster strike, precision, supply UAV, and then regular UAV. We won't have bunker busters, care package, counter UAV, foresight, napalm, SAM turrets, or sentry turrets. That's such a dub. Get rid of all of these. Maybe bunker buster stays. All this can go. I could see where counter UAV could stay, but not too worried about all that. Lootable perks. All lootable perks have been removed from Battle Royale as we return to the classic feeling of Verdansk. These may return in future update depending on feedback. Reflecting on our 5th anniversary, it's important to acknowledge our journey and our current state. And let's see, including in regards to combat, the milestone presents an opportunity to celebrate our success and critically assess our shortcomings. The game has continuously evolved through the addition of new features, systemic changes, economic adjustments, and philosophical shifts and balancing. These improvements help us better understand what is effective and where further refinements are needed. What are they getting at? Let's see. Warzone was designed to deliver the essence of Call of Duty Battle Royale, combining exceptional, precise gunplay within a strategic, intense, limited life scenario. While this core principle remains intact, certain distractions have at times impacted the intended pacing and intensity of gameplay. We're gonna get past that. I guess Synapsis. I'm not about to read all that game. I guess there's a big balancing coming in. I don't know what they're talking about with distractions. Kilo's coming back. That's the most important thing right there. Amax as well. I mean, these two right here. That's the biggest dub we get. I mean, good God, they're bringing back 2 of the greatest guns from Warzone. ACR's coming back. Cali sticks, new conversion kits, and then we're getting like the SWAT 556, but a Grau conversion kit. I'm curious to see how that plays out. And then the monolithic suppressor, man. Every single build always had that steeple. Default loadouts available via loot crates during a match have been updated with more competitive options. There's weapon adjustments through here. We're not going to go through all that today. For vehicles, we have heli, cargo truck, Polaris, LTV, and ATV, just as it was. It's OG vehicles, and they kind of like changed up how they work. So vehicles should feel more like Warzone 1 compared to they do now, which is such a dub. Vehicles now suck. No one wants to run the vehicles. This is like a little vehicle vulnerability. It's basically going to tell you how many hits it takes with what to blow up what. And then classic victory screen. The icon Warzone victory screen returns with the classic victory animation. Huge dub. Tag map and compass icons. Okay, cool. OG, let's go. And then new right here, when you inspect the gun, it'll show all the attachments. I like that a lot too. This right here is something they're using for Ricochet Anti-Cheat. So it's going to tell you everything about how you got ripped in Warzone. Whether you were pinged by a drone, live pinged by a player, were you live pinged when you got ripped? Was it unsuppressed? Was it suppressed? How many people actually did it? Was there a UAV active? Could they hear your footsteps? I mean, there's a lot of things they're going to throw. So when you're like, oh, this dude's cheating, how do you know I was there? It's going to say UAV at the top. It's going to say, oh, he heard your footsteps. You were in proximity of footsteps. There's going to be something there so you know that you're buns and they're not. I'm super excited for that. Let's see. Prioritize favorite loadouts. That's something really cool. Ping duration. Ping distance text on map. Added dark backings. These are just small QLs. Audio. Classic. Let's see. Everything seems to be like the exact same. They're going to make some sound modifiers. I'm not going to cover the sound. That's something we're just going to have to feel out and hear for ourselves. Get some sound profiles. These are going to be some bug issues. But gang, this is it. This is our final hurrah for Verdansk. We're going to make a video where we cover all the weapon adjustments. That'll probably be tomorrow. And then we'll get ready for Verdansk. It's coming Thursday. We'll have an off day Wednesday. Gang, I'm stoked. I hope you all are too. If you're new to the channel, enjoy the content, hit the sub, crush the like, and I'll catch you all tomorrow for another heater. Let's get it, gang.